related?
Well, it traces back to a grape in Croatia.
Oh,
And-
Zinfandel does.
Yeah, and
Whereas all the others go back to France?
yeah, there's an old saying that says, for every good wine, or every good wine has a Frenchman's hand behind it. And
Oh, I've never heard that before. Every good wine has a Frenchman's hand
if you really look at it, mostly what we drink are French varietals, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir. Most of us don't really know anything about Italian varietals, say. And Zinfandel was one of the ones that was carried by the Italians over here, and may have come from Croatia to Italy to here. And
I
I'm not sure
see.
that that's all settled yet on exactly how it all happened, but Italy's a pretty much, for me, an unexplored territory. Even though I've been there quite a bit, there's so much to know. It's hard to get familiar with the varietals that are going on there. So that was my point. Is just that Zinfandel is one of the big popular ones. It's one of the non-French.
Non-French. What other? And the rest are French.
Maybe in the top 10. Yeah, but other varieties people have heard of. Sangiovese, that's going to be Italian. There's the port varieties, which are Portuguese.
Spain.
Yeah,
Or Portugal.
from Portugal, yeah. And of course used in Spain as well, and there's some Spanish varieties that people may know, but mostly, it's going to be French.
French.
Yeah.
For every good wine, there's a Frenchman behind it.
That's the saying. The French like that saying.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
Yep.
Oh. So how is the North Coast doing in the wine industry these days as compared to all the imports throughout? Sonoma County in particular.
Ooh, that's a tough question that I probably, I'm not able to answer. But from my own little, sales that I do, being a small, unique thing, that's growing. I think people are paying more attention to their food and what they're drinking and wanting to know the story behind it. And if they can, they want to know the farmer. Like with the popularity of farmers markets, you go and you meet the farmer, you buy from him. Some people...
that's so true in everything. People seem to want to know where their food's coming from. I've had more people in the last couple of years. They want to know where their meats are coming from.
Yeah.
They want to know their eggs. They seem to want to know more about what they're consuming.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? More of an awareness.
Awareness. I think there's been a lot of negative publicity, especially with meat. And I think maybe that's what started for most people. It's like, oh, I don't want to buy that meat. I want to know, some better meat. And then once you start that process, you realize, well, I want better eggs. And, well, maybe my veggies were grown in a country that doesn't have the same
I have gotten that way.
issues
Like
that we have.
seafood. I will not buy seafood unless it's American.
Yeah.
I want it to come from America.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, you see these different spots on the news or the radio. So seafood, I don't want seafood from China. I want seafood from here. No, but there's so much of it. If you start to look in the grocery store, go to the grocery store,
Oh, yeah.
and you start looking, it's amazing where everything's coming from.
Oh, yeah.
Once you're onto that, it really narrows your window of products you're going to purchase.
Yeah, and I think wine is the next thing that's coming. Really, the majority of the population still thinks that all wine's natural, the exhibit at the Museum of Modern Art kind of shows some different. They have a good take on it. So some people are now asking, well, I want to know this grower. What's it a blend of, and so that it's just accumulating more information, specifying more. What they really would like is a relationship, with the winemaker or the house that made the wine, so that they feel like they trust that person. That's really the consumer that we're finding right now.
They want trust.
Yeah.
And so that's the Museum of Modern Art that has this wine exhibit.
The modernization of wine. It's a great exhibit.
That is interesting. I'm wondering, I guess that is where the interest lies now. People want to know what they're consuming.
Yeah, and you can see it in our culture, how it's more and more, that discussion is becoming a part of the popular discussion, if you will. You see it in the Museum of Modern Art piece. You see it in our magazines. And our wine writers are certainly
onto it.
Oh yeah,
Buy local.
Oh yeah, there's
local.
They're talking about terroir and things that weren't maybe discussed as much before.
And organic seems to be more. I did talk about that with the Wine Institute, and they don't seem to focus on anything in that area, but said that they were going to look into it because it's definitely sustainability, and organic is an up-and-coming thing.
Yeah, organic is interesting how you know, you got organic grapes, but then you also have organic wine. And I was just actually reading outside of here, the Bohemian has an article on organic wine grapes and organic wine, and it has to have, you know, it has to be 100% no added sulfites to be organic. So, you know, there's organic grape growers who want to see that change, so you can add sulfur up to 100 parts per million. And that just is historical. Usually, you know, in the 80s when organic wine had its day, it was non-sulfite added wine. And so that has continued. As if it's organic, then it's no added sulfites, even though you get natural sulfites coming from the vineyard.
Well, apparently you can look at different, the labeling is something that's important. Like you can, there's different things you can put, like made from organic grapes versus organic wine. And there's a difference there.
Right.
And I don't know what all that is. As a winemaker, you would know.
Yeah, the made from organic grapes is what you have to put, even if you have all the processes be organic in the winery, if you add sulfur, you have to put made with organic grapes. But if you don't add sulfur, then you can call it organic wine. And right now...
And I don't think most people know that.
No.
They would just look and see made with organic grapes, so they're thinking, wow, I'm getting organic wine.
Right.
But they're really getting organic grapes, which is good, but there would be maybe some additives.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 And right now, you know, people like Paul Dolan, there's a group of people who are trying to get it to be okay to call it organic wine and have it up to 100 parts per million sulfur.
Who is Paul Dolan?
Oh, he has Paul Dolan Vineyards. He used to be the president of Fetzer.
Oh, okay.
And Fetzer's, you know, one of the largest
Bonterra Fetzer
groups of organic growers.
Yes, yes, very interesting.
I'm not sure about it anymore, but yeah.
Yes, no, it's, the whole industry is changing as we're learning. But is there a website? Website again, oldworldwinery.com?
Oldworldwinery.com. That's correct.
And
helenaskitchen.com.
Okay, to find out about this food and wine pairing, and you have recipes obviously on your site, and you have events of food and wine if somebody wants to have that experience of a food and wine combination.
Absolutely.
Which is really kind of exciting. Are we going to taste the...
I brought the silverware.
Shall we taste it? Look at them.
I
don't think we should drink.
We're missing the wine glasses, though.
Yes, but we're not going to drink wine. But I'm dying to taste this. It's tuna with citrus. Is it a ceviche type thing?
It's a ceviche kind of thing. Yes, it's because the citrus will cook the tuna in a way.
Very good.
You have a lot of flavors happening in there.
That's
delicious. We're out of time. We're going to enjoy this after. So thank you for being here.
Thank you
My pleasure.
for having us.
And all the information that you brought to us. I'm Dana DeRico. This is Sonoma County Today, and I hope you join us again next time. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
I'm going to be eating this.